my name is Michelle Leonard, and today we are going to be talking about comparing fractions with a number line. Before we get started, I'd like to just brush us up on a little bit of definitions or words that I will be using today. So we have the numerator, which is the number on top or to the left of the bar, depending on how our fraction is written. Our denominator, the number on the bottom or the right of the bar, and here's just an example of how we'd write that out, the numerator over the denominator. I'll also be saying greater a lot, which is a number that is bigger than another when comparing. Lesser, the number that is smaller than another. And this is just how we'll write it out. So I like to think of these little guys as Pac-Man, just eating the bigger one, because Pac-Man's hungry, he wants to eat more. And the lesser is always going to be on the short end of Pac-Man's mouth. So when we are comparing two fractions, there are different ways to do so. We could draw diagraphs, find common denominators or numerators, cross multiply, or our main focus of today's video, using a number line. These are all valid methods, and you could use any of them to compare two fractions. Let's do an example here. We're going to look at 2/6 and 5/8. As we can see based on these number lines, there's not enough information here for me to compare these two numbers. I can't tell which is greater or lesser just looking at one single point on each of these number lines. So we have to add something called our landmarks. Here, our landmarks we're using are 0, 1/2, and 1 on both of these number lines, and I also have them divvied up into steps based on the size of what each piece should be. That's what our denominator tells us, how many pieces our one whole is going to be split into. Looking at these number lines here, I can see that 2/6 is going to be here on the left side of 1/2, and 5/8 is over here on the right. Based on where these numbers are located relative to 1/2, I can tell that numbers to the left are going to be less than, numbers to the right are going to be greater. That means that 2/6 is less than 1/2, while 5/8 is greater than 1/2. If we just go back, they're just asking us to compare 2/6 and 5/8. And based on what we are shown, we can see that 2/6 is less than 5/8. Here's just a couple problems, just one more time to look it over. On both of these number lines, I've split it into fourths instead of halves. So we're going to look at 2/3 and 4/5. We can see down over here that 2/3 is less than 3/4 because it's to the left of this benchmark or landmark, whatever you'd like to call it. And 4/5 is going to be greater because it's to the right, which means overall my Pac-Man wants to eat 4/5 because that is going to be greater than 2/3. If we want to go ahead and look at 7/16 versus 13/21, my 7/16 is to the left, my 13/21 is to the right, both compared to this 1/2 benchmark. So we know that Pac-Man wants to eat 13/21, where that 7/16 is less than 13/21. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching.